Welcome to Top 30. I'm Kristen Smith.
And I'm Alex Michelson. Here are your top 30 stories in 30 minutes.
The holidays can combine the stress of gift buying, traveling, and family, so it's not surprising that people feel more pressure this time of year. A new study by the American Psychological Association analyzed how people are dealing with this holiday stress and found fewer people are turning to prayer than ever before. 29% of people surveyed said they turned to prayer for stress relief. That number peaked at 37% in 2008, but has been on a steady decline ever since. So what are most people doing for stress relief? 47% said they listen to music to help take the edge off. Right behind that, 46% turned to exercise. Whether it's prayer, listening to music, exercise, or something else, experts say it's important for each person to find a release and make sure they're monitoring and managing tension levels. Otherwise, stress can lead to various health problems, which can just add more stress to your life. Life expectancy for Americans is down for the second year in a row. Health researchers say the opioid epidemic is partly to blame. This is the first two-year decline since the early 60s when there was a spike in flu deaths. And Oprah is warning fans that social media accounts pretending to be affiliated with her and promising money are fake.
Don't believe it. Don't give up any of your bank accounts or personal information, and have a Merry Christmas.
And speaking of Christmas, do you hear that?
What more can I do? Oh baby, all I want for Christmas is you.
That's Mariah Carey's All I Want for Christmas, and the 1994 classic just hit Billboard Hot 100's top 10 this year for the first time ever. It's about time.
The sports community is mourning the death of an iconic broadcaster. Dick Enberg was found dead in his San Diego home at the age of 82. His family became concerned when he didn't arrive on his flight to Boston. He was going to see his third grandchild for the first time. Enberg worked for various networks, including NBC, CBS, and ESPN, and is the only person to win an Emmy as a sportscaster, writer, and a producer. His career included calling 10 Super Bowls, 8 college basketball championship games, and 28 Wimbledons. The NFL, NCAA, and Major League Baseball all tweeted out condolences honoring the legend, and some fans could only muster up the words, "Oh my," paying homage to the phrase Enberg made famous during his broadcasts. Dick Enberg, dead at the age of 82. Time now to head to the New York Stock Exchange for our Fox Business Minute with Nicole Petalides. And Nicole, I never thought I would say this, but it's time to talk about the business of unicorns.
That's right, Alex. 2017 has been a year of unicorn trends, and soon it'll be in your cereal aisle. Unicorn Fruit Loops are scheduled to hit store shelves in March of 2018. The unicorn-flavored everything trend appears to be boosting sales. When Starbucks came out with its limited-time unicorn frappuccino, the company reported a 4% increase in same-store sales growth. Well, some people want the latest smartphone and the hottest sneakers for the holidays, but 69% of student borrowers, all they want is a student loan payment instead of a gift. Average monthly payments are $351. Student loan delinquencies are up by 11% this year. Apple is facing some legal trouble after admitting it slows down older iPhones. A proposed class action breach of contract suit was filed by 2 consumers saying they never consented to Apple allowing them to slow their old iPhones.
Nicole, this has so many consumers wondering about the status of their phones' batteries. What can we do?
Users can download a free app such as Battery Life from developer RBT Digital or head into a local Apple store to get it checked out. Apple also has some performance tips on its site. More Top 30 when we return.
This time of year, veterinarians say there's an influx of animals with food-related illnesses. And a new study out of the University of Liverpool agrees. UK researchers analyzed electronic veterinary medical records and saw a significant spike in canine-related chocolate poisoning during the holiday season. According to the study, common culprits include boxes of chocolates, cakes, chocolate liqueurs, edible Santa figurines, and advent calendars. Chocolate is harmful to dogs thanks in part to theobromine, which is a diuretic and stimulant, but also because it has caffeine, fat, and a variety of sugars and sweeteners. If you suspect your pooch has eaten chocolate, check for symptoms like hyperactivity, excessive drinking and urination, staggering, diarrhea, vomiting, and in extreme cases, seizures. And as always, if you're worried about your pet's health, take them to the vet.
Could this month's deadly train crash in Washington have been prevented? Remember, 3 people were killed and 100 injured when an Amtrak train derailed in Washington state. That train was traveling more than 50 miles per hour over the speed limit, according to the National Transportation Safety Board. The locomotive was in the process of getting a system called Positive Train Control, or PTC, but it wasn't running yet. PTC uses satellites and radio signals to automatically slow down or even stop speeding trains. Congress ordered that the system be installed on all passenger trains after a 2008 crash. Lawmakers originally set a deadline of 2015, but railroads want an extension to the end of 2018. Some can even apply to push that back to 2020. A member of the NTSB said, quote, "We have recommended PTC for decades. Every year that we wait to implement PTC to its fullest extent means that more people will be killed and injured." Amtrak denies its trains are unsafe and says it's too soon to tell what caused the accident. Time now for Royal Watch with the Sun. Let's check in with Arthur Edwards, the Sun's royal photographer for 40 years. He's in London. Arthur, thanks so much for being with us.
It's a pleasure. I love it.
Let's start with the official engagement pictures for Prince Harry and Meghan Markle. What's the inside scoop on those pictures?
Well, the thing is, they're brilliant pictures. It's a very warm, loving picture, and it was taken by a New York-based photographer.
Before taking those engagement pictures, Harry interviewed President Obama for the BBC.
At Christmas time and holiday time, the Today program, which is the flagship program of the BBC, have guest editors, and I think Harry's guest editor that day. And so therefore, they've sent him on an assignment, and the assignment is to interview former President Obama. Harry did say to him, you must answer all my questions or I'll give you the face. And the president said, what's the face? And Harry went, ooh, like that.
If you start using long pauses between the answers, you're probably going to get sort of the face.
Let me see the face. Oh, okay. I don't want to see that face.
And it comes out December 27th is when people can listen to it.
27th, yeah.
Prince William, second in line to the throne, and Kate released their family holiday card. Talk to us a little bit about that.
Well, I think it was a little bit boring, actually. It just had no life in it, no animation in it.
Prince William would be better served if they had you take their picture.
Well, I do a lot for them, but I didn't do the Christmas card. Hopefully next year.
Hopefully next year, and then it won't be boring. Arthur Edwards, thanks so much for being with us.
You're right there. Take care.
Some of the biggest companies in America are being sued for age discrimination. At least 3 people and the Communication Workers of America union have filed a class action lawsuit. They allege that Amazon, T-Mobile, Cox Communications, and others used Facebook to post job ads that wouldn't be seen by older candidates. An investigation by ProPublica and the New York Times found ads like this one at Amazon that could only be seen by people between the ages of 18 and 50. Facebook is also included in the lawsuit. They ran ads like this one, targeting people between 21 to 55. Facebook has defended the practice. Some advertisers told The Times the posts weren't any different than running a print ad in a magazine aimed at younger or older people. But critics point out anyone can pick up a magazine. These ads were invisible to people who weren't targeted. Amazon says it's revised its policy about targeting job seekers. Other companies have yet to comment. Alex, you have a story now that might make us think twice about our passwords.
Yeah, Kristen, a lot of times it's hard to come up with an original password and then remember it. Well, the online security company Splash Data has released their annual list of the 100 worst passwords. Let's take a look at a few of them to see if yours made the list. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Password, I love you, Star Wars, and let me in. But don't worry, Splash Data has some tips to keep you off of next year's list. 1, use passphrases of 12 characters or more with various symbols and numbers placed randomly, not just at the beginning and the end of the word. 2, Use a different password for each of your website logins. If a hacker gets your password, they're likely going to try it out on other sites. 3, use a password manager to organize passwords, generate secure random passwords, and automatically log into websites. Of course, no one will guess my password. I love Top 30 TV.
It's the biggest automotive recall in U.S. history, but many Americans are ignoring it. 19 car makers have recalled about 46 million airbags made by Takata. A chemical designed to inflate the airbags becomes unstable over time. The airbags can explode and send metal shards flying into the cabin. At least 13 people have died and hundreds have been injured, but so far fewer than half of the airbags have been replaced. Representatives from Honda, the biggest buyer of Takata airbags, have reportedly gone to some drivers' homes to notify them in person. Mercedes and Toyota are texting customers and posting Facebook messages. In Florida and Texas, Fiat Chrysler technicians with mobile repair kits are making house calls. A Honda service manager in Michigan told the Wall Street Journal he had to plead with customers to fix their cars. He said many don't understand how serious the issue is or think Honda is trying to sell them something. To find out if your car is affected by the airbag recall, visit our Top 30 Facebook page for more information. In today's hometown stories from Fox 4 Dallas, 12-year-old Donovan Browder from Mansfield, Texas, is making sure a family who relocated after Hurricane Harvey feels welcome in their new home. Earlier this year, Donovan set up a Kool-Aid stand and donated the proceeds. Now, Donovan is collecting gifts and household items for the Green family, who moved to Dallas after their home in Port Arthur was destroyed.
Starting over in a new city, that can be kind of terrifying and stuff like that, especially after losing like your whole house and stuff. So we're hoping to just bring them like joy and lift their spirits this Christmas season.
In our second story from Fox 10 Phoenix, 800 students from Cheatham Elementary School in Levine, Arizona, wrote holiday greetings to troops serving overseas. The idea came up at a student council meeting, and it immediately took off. More than anything, these messages remind our heroes serving in the military that we are thankful for their service. And these letters will have a very special delivery person. One Cheatham teacher's husband will be deployed any day now and will deliver the messages himself. In our final story from Fox 13 Tampa Bay, Delwyn Collins has made sure foster kids get Christmas gifts for the past 28 years. Delwyn, who works as a dishwasher at Tampa General Hospital, organizes hospital staff to buy toys for Hillsborough County foster children. And this year, they were able to provide gifts to over 500 children in foster care.
Many Americans could be getting an unwelcome Christmas present: higher internet prices. At least 3 internet service providers have announced price hikes for 2018. Comcast has announced higher prices for internet and TV services. Houston customers are reportedly already seeing bills for internet and cable bundles that are about $4.50 higher. Customers with internet service only are paying about $2 more. Another major provider, Cox Cable, is raising internet prices by $2 to $4 a month depending on service. The hike takes effect in January. Frontier Communications will add a $2 internet infrastructure surcharge. The announcement comes just days after the Federal Communications Commission, led by Ajit Pai, voted to roll back net neutrality. The rules required service providers to treat all sites and customers equally and outlawed unfair charges. Many experts predict now there will be more plans available, but higher overall prices.
It's become a tradition for the pastry teams at Disney parks to wow fans with their elaborate gingerbread house displays, and this year is no exception. Disney's food artists at the Epcot Center were inspired by America's Capitol, recreating the U.S. Capitol Building, Washington Monument, and Lincoln Memorial. The Gingerbread Town Center, showcased in Disney Springs, used the holiday cookie to tell the story behind their very own town center. Disney's Yacht Beach Club Resorts kept up the tradition of their gingerbread carousel for the 18th year. They went with a Lilo and Stitch theme that has 18 hidden images of Mickey Mouse for viewers to spot. Disney's Contemporary Resort wows with their depiction of Cinderella's castle, complete with food versions of Cinderella and the Handsome Prince. Who would eat something so beautiful? One military hero who defied the odds is giving back to wounded veterans just like him. In 2012, retired Army Staff Sergeant Travis Mills lost all 4 limbs after an IED explosion in Afghanistan. He is one of only 5 quadruple amputees to survive their injuries. But Travis hasn't let his disabilities hold him back. He and his wife Kelsey just welcomed their second child, Dax. They named Dax by combining the first names of the 2 combat medics who saved his life, Daniel and Alexander. Now Travis is inspiring other wounded vets through his nonprofit, the Travis Mills Foundation. He recently hosted 5 of these vets and their families from hurricane-affected areas at a winter retreat in Maine. Travis told People magazine, "This is all about making sure as many families as possible have a chance to be in a free zone where they can feel comfortable trying new activities." We just want to say thank you to Travis. We salute you.
The Real ID Act is about to go into effect, which makes many state-given IDs unusable for flying. Because of that, many Americans are going to need a passport to fly domestically starting January 22nd, 2018. And not only that, millions of passports that were acquired in 2007 so Americans could enter Canada, Mexico, and the Caribbean are coming up for renewal. Because of this, the State Department is making adjustments to simplify the process. First of all, if you're applying for a passport in January, expect delays of up to 6 weeks. Currently, the only way to check on the status of your passport is to log into the State Department's website, but soon you can check it via text or email. Additionally, the State Department plans to make digital renewal an option, which should simplify the process, but that won't be available until around mid-2018. Happy travels!
Multiple studies show reusable plastic water bottles aren't just bad for your health, but for the planet too, because of toxins involved with plastics processing and slow biodegradation. Which is why we've got today's top 30 deal, the BPA-free and eco-friendly BBBYO Future Bottle and Carry Cover at a special 58 to 59% discount. The BBBYO stainless steel bottles have an airtight design that's insulated so hot drinks stay warm for up to 12 hours and cold drinks stay chilled for up to 24 hours. The glass bottle option uses heat-resistant borosilicate glass that withstands the temperatures of both hot and cold drinks. Not only that, but the bottle's cover comes in a variety of colors and prints, are made from thick protective neoprene material, and uses a heavy-gauge chunky zipper for easy removal and cleaning. The BBBYO Future Bottle and Carry Cover retails for around $74 to $78, but today you can buy it for just $31 to $32. That's about a 58 to 59% discount. And you can get this right now at top30deals.com while they last.
Netflix and cable TV subscriptions are now neck and neck, confirming a definite shift in the way that people are consuming their shows. According to a new report from PricewaterhouseCoopers, subscriptions to a traditional cable TV service are down from 79% in 2015 to 73% in 2017. And of the 2,000 consumers polled, 73% also said they subscribe to Netflix, putting them right on par with cable. A surprising demographic was the 50 to 59-year-old age group. About 48% said they used a streaming service to watch TV last year, and this year, it's already up to 63%. I wonder if The Crown has anything to do with that. Hint, it does. Nielsen reports more than half the viewers of the British drama are over 50.
One of the most luxurious ski resorts in North America is revolutionizing the way guests sleep, allowing budget travelers to enjoy the high-end slopes. The Pangaea Pod Hotel will open in 2018 at the heart of Whistler's Village in British Columbia. The concept hotel features tiny pods to sleep in instead of full hotel rooms. Each pod has a double mattress, free Wi-Fi, charging stations, and a place to hang your clothes. Bathrooms are separated into individually accessed showers, toilets, and vanities. The hotel will offer 88 pods, and the shared space includes a living area and rooftop bar. They haven't released prices yet, but promise to be much less than a comparable hotel. So probably a tight squeeze for your family, but not a bad idea if you just need somewhere to hang your skis at night. It's the moment we've all been through. You drop your phone and then hold your breath as you check to see if the glass screen was cracked. But now, self-healing glass may eliminate that experience for good. A student in Tokyo discovered the new type of glass by accident when he was developing a new type of glue. During his experiments, he found the glass substance formed a hard surface when pressed together. So basically, if your phone glass breaks, you could press the broken parts together to form a new seal. This type of compound has been created before, but it needed very high temperatures to work. Researchers say this new substance is the first that can be healed at room temperature. But before it could actually be used on phones, it needs to be clear enough to have a display under it and cost effective, which may be a big hurdle. But since people are already paying hundreds of dollars for their phone, I'm guessing they wouldn't mind a little extra for this new feature. Hey Alex, what's coming up on the next show?
Kristen, we're talking about how to prevent strokes. New research says many of the risk factors for strokes could be preventable. We'll break it down. Plus, many concert tickets are bought by ticket hackers and sold at steep markups. We'll tell you how technology could put a stop to that and why many Americans have smaller yards than ever before. It's all coming up on the next Top 30.